guys, hope you're doing well. Today I want to talk to you about a strategy that helps reframe the way we think and the way we feel. We talked about that we have a tendency to have 80% of our thought being negative. We also have the tendency to perceive what we don't have, to look at what we don't want and to look at what we don't have. So we can hear ourselves saying that I don't have confidence. We hear ourselves, I can't, it's not possible. We don't have enough time. We don't have enough money. So this is something that we say to us on a regular basis. So we have a tendency to look at what we don't have instead of looking at what we do have. So this strategy called a gratitude. It's to reframe our mind, to force ourselves to think and to be thankful and grateful for what we do have in our life. And at first, when you do this exercise, it's not that easy. Because if I would just ask yourself, think about your teammates, for example, and just think of one thing, just one, that you can appreciate for each and every one of them. It's not easy. Because the first thing that comes to your mind is what you don't like about that person, isn't it? Yeah. So that is easy. But when we actually think about, okay, what can I appreciate about that person? It's not that easy. So when we condition our brain to look at what we do have and what we can appreciate and be thankful for in our lives, it conditions our brain to zoom to what is positive. You see, it's not true that sometimes we are in traffic and then we don't understand why exactly, because it seems that like far away everything goes well, and then suddenly there's in that space, it seems that it's blocked for whatever reason, and then at some point we come close to an accident that just occurred. And then the accident, what happened basically is that people just slow down to look what happened. And then in the same time, there's going to be a beautiful sunset. And then this, we're just going to look and probably not even think about that. So we have that tendency to want to know more about that accident. Was there any blood? Was there anybody injured, anybody hurt, and anything? And people will say, well, because I care about people. But it's not because we care about people. It's just because we are attracted to what is negative, the story, the tragedy. That's the reason why movies are made. They never make a movie where everything goes well. It starts well, there's something negative, and then it finishes well. But why we feel that a movie has been good, it's because we felt though that negative at some point. That's how we are wired. But thankfully we can reward ourselves in a different way, because it's easier to start a day being grateful. It changes, we talked about that. When we change our thought process, the way we feel change. So that's a routine that I actually condition for myself. Every single day, every morning, I take a few minutes, like 5 minutes maybe, of my time, and I just think about everything that I can be thankful and grateful for. And I start about myself. So I'm grateful and thankful for my health. I'm grateful and thankful for what I have to do today, because I like to do. I'm grateful and thankful to be passionate about what I'm doing. I'm grateful and thankful for my husband, and I go in depth. I'm grateful and thankful for the support that he gives me. I'm grateful and thankful for the great conversation that we have, for the way that he listens, and I go towards my kids, and I do the same with the people that I work with. And sometimes I say things about you personally, because that's what I want to project. That's what I want to feel in myself, and I want to project grateful and thankful for everything that happens in my life. It doesn't mean that everything is fine and everything is well and everything is perfect in my life. That's not the way it works. But because I start my day and I finish my day with everything I can be grateful for, I don't dwell on things that makes me worried or makes me fearful or makes me doubtful. So I don't live in a negative state, because I frame my mind to be focused on what's going well. And at some point, I'm going to talk to you about the law of the universe that says that what we project in the universe comes back to us in the same vibration. So if we project positiveness in the world, it comes back. More positive things happen in our life. So that's all. I'll talk to you about that a little bit later. But in the meantime, what I encourage you to do is to develop that routine of gratitude, and you'll feel you're just going to start your day differently. Especially if you have a tendency to live in anxiety and fear and doubt about yourself. Be grateful and thankful for everything that you've been able to accomplish, to be able to do. So your mind will go easily on the things that you haven't been able to do. But if you you condition your brain to reframe it towards what I can appreciate. The little thing, it doesn't need to be big. It can be just one little thing that you can appreciate, be thankful and grateful for. It will make all the difference in your day. And again, think about if everybody in a group would start their day with how they can be grateful and thankful for everything that happens in their life and everything that happens in the group and at work, how it can completely change the atmosphere. Think about that.